What's up, guys? It's your girl, Miss K, and this is K's Take. This is not his take, this is not her take, but it is K's Take. I hope you have all had a wonderful week so far. I hope you have been able to stay cool. If you live here in the DMV, the last few days have been over 90 degrees. But that is going to change because from now until about next Wednesday, it is going to be cool and rainy. So I hope you have an umbrella. I hope you stay dry, and I hope you stay safe. Now, I want to talk about something that is a little controversial in the Commanders community. I have seen that people are very split about this topic. And if you know me, if you've been following me, you know that I stand 10 toes down on this topic. And this topic is near and dear to my heart. That is Luke McCaffrey. Let's talk about it.
McCaffrey, real quick. I mean, he is just a pro, man. He's a pro's pro. Like, you watch him practice, the way he runs his routes, the intensity with which he's practicing. Like, I've had the privilege of playing with some really good receivers that just have this ability to, like, unhitch the wagon when they need to. Like, they just kind of relax their body, find another gear. And he was able to run under a ball that I thought was clearly underthrown. He also had a play where, I think OZ catches it on like a little hitch or something like that. Luke's on the far side and runs all the way across the field at a full speed sprint to cut off the safety for what would have been like the touchdown block. I also thought it was interesting that he's playing like predominantly X receiver, like he's backing up Terry McLaurin. He is just a guy that I think is going to be a tremendous pro.
So we all know that David Blough is our new offensive coordinator, and we know that he will most likely be bringing in a little bit of Ben Johnson's scheme, and don't be surprised if we see a little bit of Cliff Kingsbury's scheme. Now, I'm not saying we need to see more than half of Cliff Kingsbury's scheme, maybe a few items, and only the items that worked in 2024 are the only things that David Blough should be bringing. But needless to say, we will probably see a mix of both. Knowing how Ben Johnson runs his offense, and that will probably be seen a little bit more with David Blough's scheme, I think Luke McCaffrey fits in that very well. Let's give you a little bit of history of Luke McCaffrey. If you did not know, Luke McCaffrey started playing quarterback in high school. He played quarterback in college until he switched to a wide receiver. Why is that important? Well, it is very rare that you have a wide receiver that has quarterback knowledge. What this means and why it makes a difference? Well, Luke has a very high football IQ. Luke is very smart, and that has been said across the board. But what I like about Luke is that, and this can be probably attributed to his quarterback knowledge, but I like the fact that he is able to make those adjustments in real time. If we look at the 2025 season before he got hurt, he is able to just work for Jayden Daniels. And because he played quarterback, he knows how important timing is. He knows how important route adjustment is. And that within itself adds to his versatility as a player. Now, it is the running theme on our defense and our offense, especially with these new coordinators. They love versatile players. Now, I forgot to say that this is my opinion. If we were to go into the 2026-2027 season with the roster that we have now, this is just a hypothetical situation. We can all agree that we are going to be bringing in someone, but I just want you guys to humor me for a second because I want you guys to kind of see why I am as high on Luke McCaffrey that I am. So 2025, that is where I personally saw the potential. He was projected before that season even started to have 40 to 50 receptions, 500 to 600 yards, and 4 to 6 touchdowns. Before he got hurt, which he got hurt in week 9 against the Seattle Seahawks, he already had 3 touchdowns, 29 receptions, and I think somewhere between 200, 300 yards. If he had kept that track, he would have hit those goals, or pass them. I don't know why, and I'm not saying, yes, on paper, no, it's not elite, but he is young and he has so much developmental upside. We saw that he was utilized in the slot a little bit last year before he got hurt. I just wanted to see that keep going, and this team, this offense is a lot better than what it was then. Now, I know that some of the argument is going to be, oh, what about Diami? Yes, Diami is that deep threat, but in my opinion, Luke McCaffrey is a little bit more versatile than Diami Brown. Jaylen Lane, I do not want to see him in the wide receiver room. Maybe if he developed, okay, cool, but he needs to stay on the returning side, on the special team side. Treylon Burks, he just didn't show enough potential for me. Not saying that he can't this year if he stays on the roster, but he just didn't show enough for me. So, but this video is strictly about Luke because that seems to be the guy that everybody's like, oh, he's not going to make the roster. Well, yes, he is. Another part of his versatility is the fact that he is also on special teams. He is also a returner. And he was projected to get, or that it was said that he gets at least 30 to 40 yards on a return. Now, and I'm doing a video about special teams later and why it's important because I do feel like it's a forgotten room. But if he's constantly setting us up with good field position, our offense doesn't have to march all the way down the field. We can start in good field position and then just keep it rolling. So Luke McCaffrey, to me, is that chess piece of a player. I feel like he can be used no matter what. And if he's on the field, Terry's on the field, Antonio's on the field, that takes more pressure off of Terry, which is the ultimate goal, right? And like I said, this is just the hypothetical situation. But I just want you guys to see how I really feel and what I think about Luke. I don't know why you guys are so down on Luke. And I would love for you to tell me in the comments, what are some things that I haven't seen? What are some things that I'm missing? Let's do this because Jaylen Lane seems to be a big topic of conversation. If you had to choose between Jaylen Lane and Luke McCaffrey, which one are you choosing? I'm choosing Luke McCaffrey because Jaylen Lane does not have good ball security and he does not have as reliable hands as Luke McCaffrey does. Yes, Jaylen Lane is an excellent returner, but he can't really play in the wide receiver room. Not to mention, he wasn't drafted to be a wide receiver either. I think we're forgetting that as well. Jaylen Lane was not drafted to be a wide receiver. He was drafted to be a return specialist. So we're going to just leave that there. But Luke has so much potential to me. And now that we have an offensive coordinator who could probably really utilize him and really lean into his versatility. And one thing we can say about Ben Johnson is Ben Johnson knew how to develop his players. He knew how to get that top talent out of those players. That is one thing I hope and expect to see David Blough do here in Washington as well. So just wanted to chop it up with you guys. Just wanted to give you guys my view and my take about Luke. It might not be a popular opinion. It might not be a popular take, but hey, we're out here doing different things in the same space. So please, let's chop it up in the comments. Tell me what you guys think about my take about Luke. Do you guys have anything you want to add? If you are a Luke person, please put it in the comments. As always, peace, love, and blessings, and hail to our Commanders.